How's everybody doing today? Back again on another video for you guys. Real quick before I get into what I want to talk about with you guys, I just want to say I apologize for any noise you may hear in the background. Getting some repairs done, so you're going to hear a lot of banging. You might hear some power tools. It is what it is. I'm really excited. A hot young budget phone just dropped today, and if you follow me on Instagram, you got the links and the price that's available right now today. So now what I want to do is I want to talk about the hot budget phones for 2017. Because maybe you don't have flagship prices. Maybe you don't have Note 8 prices. Maybe you don't have iPhone 10 prices. Maybe you don't have OnePlus 5T budget flagship prices, because now that the iPhones and the Notes are available for over $1,000 in some places, that means the new mid-range is $500. So maybe you don't have $1,000 to spend on a Note or an iPhone or a Pixel, but you still want a hot phone and you don't want to break the bank. So today what I'm going to be talking about with you guys are the hot new budget phones available for 2017. And without further ado, I just want to jump into the one that was announced today. The links and prices are shared already on my Instagram page. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, you need to do that. Hit up the About page on my YouTube channel. You'll find my Instagram page there. Check it out. That's also where I share deals right when I find them. So if you want to stay up to date on the latest budget deals around, follow me on Instagram. Check that out in the About page on my YouTube channel. Anyways, the first hot budget phone that I want to talk about with you guys is none other than the Honor 7X. Released today. As of the recording of this video, it's December 5th. But let's talk about some of these specs here. You got 4 gigs of RAM, 64 gigs of storage. You got dual SIM support or dual SIM and a micro SD card support. You got a 6-inch 18:9 display. That's 2160 by 1080 or some funky resolution like that. Let's see what it is. Yeah, 2160 by 1080. Alright. You have a 3300 milliamp hour battery in this bad boy. And it's running Android 7.1.1 Nougat. So this sounds like a flagship device. But then I tell you the price. Right now, today, you can order this guy for $200. I think it's, what's that? That's 300 euros or 200 US dollars. I put the links to where you can order that on my Instagram page. So again, go check that out. You got dual rear firing cameras. Now, I know since it's a budget device, you may or may not get, 4K video recording, but Huawei, or the Honor branch of Huawei, because if y'all don't know, Honor is a sub-branch of Huawei, which is the main branch. Huawei is the flagship line, and then Honor is like the budget line. So when you think about Honor, you're thinking of the 5X, the 6X, and now the 7X. And if you want to go a little bit higher, you got the Honor 8 as well. So if you want to stay in the budget or mid-range category, then you're thinking about Honor. If you want to go up into the flagship territory, then you're thinking about Huawei itself. That's where you're going to see things like the Huawei 6P or other flagships like that. Things of that nature. I can't think of another flagship off the top of my head. I was looking at 6P videos the other day because those prices are getting pretty good. But yeah, that was phone number 1. Number 2, you got the LG Q6. In particular, the Q6 Plus. So that right there, that bad boy has a 3000 milliamp hour battery. a 5.5 inch 18:9 aspect ratio display, similar again to the Huawei 7X. So you got a 2160 by 1080p display. And the reason why I say get the Q6 Plus is because with the Q6 you have 3 gigs of RAM and 32 gigs of storage. Well, just spend the extra $50, I think it is. It's either $100 or $50. Let me see. Let me check the pricing. Okay, so right now it's available for $305. So spend the extra $50 and get the Q6 Plus. Then you get 4 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of storage, as opposed to 32 gigs and 3 gigs. Okay? So with that, you get a 5.5 inch 2160 by 1080 18:9 aspect ratio display, which is really solid. You get a 3000 milliamp hour battery. You get 4 gigs of RAM, 64 gigs of internal storage with micro SD card expansion. So that's always a plus. Alright. And then you got LG skin on top. So with LG skin, you either like it or hate it. And to be honest with you guys, seeing as I've had the G6 for so long, the LG skin's kind of grown on me. But it's Android. If you don't like the skin, you can always swap it out for something else with a launcher or what have you. And keep in mind, again, that one's available for about $305 right now, today. Or maybe you don't want a tall aspect ratio device. That's where I could easily recommend a device like this right here. This is the Moto E4 Plus. So this also has a 5.5 inch display. Okay, but this is more in the 16:9 aspect ratio, so the more traditional aspect ratio. And this guy right now today is available anywhere from about $100 to $200, depending on the specs that you want. So you got 2 gigs, 16 gigs of storage. That one's the cheaper price there. So that one's ranging from about 100 to about 140. And then you got the 2 gigs, 32 gigs of storage. That one's ranging from about 160 to 200. And then, you know, I featured this device before on the channel. If you follow me on Instagram, you guys know when I picked this bad boy up. But I featured it before on the channel. You can save a little bit of extra money if you want to go ahead and get the Amazon ad-supported version. It's really not intrusive. This one right here is the non-ad-supported version. So if I close the screen real quick and turn it back on, you can see there's no ads. I don't know. Yeah, you can see there's no ads there. And because there's no ads, that means the, whoops, as I dropped the phone like a noob, the fingerprint scanner is instant. Turn it off, turn it on, instant. So, but if you want to save a couple dollars, go ahead. The Amazon ads are not intrusive, trust me. And if you do want to get rid of them, there are a bunch of YouTube channels on YouTube that show you how to get rid of those lock screen ads. In particular, a good friend of mine is Root Junkie. He's got some really good tutorials on how to get rid of those lock screen ads, as well as a bunch of other people. But again, if you're looking for a high quality budget device and you don't want the newer aspect ratio, then you can go ahead and check out the Moto E4 Plus. Really solid stuff there. Really solid stuff. Now, I think that I can't really remember any more. There's also the G6, but that's punching into budget flagship territory. Yeah. Other than that, if you wanted some smaller devices, you can look at the Moto E4, the regular one, the 5-inch one. That one's gonna run you anywhere from about $40 to $100, depending on where you get it from. And that one does offer a removable battery, as well as almost everything that the Plus offers, minus the 5,000 milliamp hour battery. So you're going to get battery for days with this bad boy, and that is why I had to pick it up again. But yeah, there's that. Now, if you want to go a step further and you don't mind delving into last year's flagships or the year before or so on and so forth, let's see what we got here. Let me pull it. I had a little list here. Let me pull up my little list. Where's it at? I really got too many things open right now. Okay. Alright, so if you don't mind getting a previous device that was a flagship, right now today at some really great prices, we have the Galaxy S6, not the S6 Edge, not the S6 Edge Plus, just the regular Galaxy S6. Now, that one had a 5.2 inch Quad HD display, 2500 milliamp hour battery, 3 gigs of RAM, and 32, 64, or 128 gigs of storage, depending on where you can get it from. And since it doesn't have a micro SD card, I would say go for the highest storage possible, because that's kind of what you have to do when you pick up devices that don't have micro SD cards. Next, but there's always that, and that's actually a device that I really wanted, but the pocket's a little tight right now. But that's a solid device because it has everything that a modern flagship right now should have. Some of them don't, some of them do. It has wireless charging, it has fast wireless charging, it has waterproofing, it has a really solid camera, it has the IR blaster, which is great. I don't even know why companies decided to get rid of that. And it still has the headphone jack. So there you go. And it's a nice one-hand friendly device. And right now I think it's available via Amazon. You can find it as low as $160 right now. So why not? Why not? Another past flagship device or budget device, there's also the Asus Zenfone 4 Max. That one has a 5.5 inch display. You can see what type of devices I like. I told y'all I really enjoy the 5.5 inch displays. So if you're hearing a lot of 5.5, that's why. Okay? So this one has a 5.5 inch display, has 3 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs of onboard storage, you got micro SD card expansion, and you have another device with a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. So another battery beast. And now this is this year's model. I haven't had the privilege to review this one yet, but I did review last year's model and I had crazy battery life on that. Didn't really like the software because I don't think they included enough RAM to go with the heavy software that they have. But I'm really interested in picking this year's one up just to see if they made any improvements. But again, it's another solid device with a nice display and a really big battery, and I really want to see how it is. But if you're interested in that one's available for $200 as of the recording of this video. Now, moving on, another budget device that's also available at a really good price is the Samsung Galaxy J7 Pro. Now this is a really solid device, and I think somebody asked me if I could pick this up, so you will be seeing this on the channel sometime in the future. Haven't really gotten the funds together to pick it up yet, but you will see it sometime in the future. This guy has 3 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs of onboard storage, and a 3600 milliamp hour battery. And again, it doesn't have fast charging or wireless charging, but it does have support for NFC and Samsung Pay, which is a plus. Anybody that has a Galaxy device, you should know how that comes in handy. And really kind of missed that thing with the S6 Edge Plus that I had. kind of got used to that, kind of miss it now, because you know Android Pay is not the same as Samsung Pay, but it is what it is. So there's also that. You're getting a really, really solid device, really good cameras. I think you got what is that? 13 megapixel on the back and a 5 on the front. So really solid stuff there. Let's keep it moving. What else is there? If you were interested in Blackberry, but you didn't want to pay those ridiculous prices, and you don't mind that it's a few generations behind now, the Blackberry Priv is available for $180. So with that, you're getting a nice display. You're also getting the slide-out keyboard there, and you're getting really good cameras and really good battery life. The only hit you could possibly be taking is with the processor. I think that one has a Snapdragon 810 processor or 808. I'm not sure, but it was a really solid device, at least when it comes to the camera. Heard that some people had some issues with the software and the battery life wasn't so good. But if you're into Blackberry and you know you don't want a Blackberry Classic or a Blackberry Passport because maybe that's a little bit too much money, the Blackberry Priv is available right now today for $180. Alright, so let's keep it moving. Up next, and I know some of y'all will probably like this, some of y'all won't, but the LG G5 is available right now today for $180 as well. And with that, I believe you're getting an IR blaster, you're getting a 5.2 inch display, you're getting 4 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs of onboard storage with micro SD card support, and you're getting a removable battery, and you're getting the first generation of their dual camera setup. So you have one 16 megapixel primary camera, and then you have one 8 megapixel wide angle camera. And guys, I gotta tell you guys, kinda got spoiled by the G6. I don't think I'm gonna be going with any telephoto cameras or any of that jazz. If you ain't got a wide angle camera on the back of there, then I might just be inclined to go with the single camera. If I do pick up a dual camera device, you gotta have that wide angle, because in my opinion, that wide angle is the way to go. So the LG G5 is available right now today for $180. So solid device there. Also, by that same token, the Moto G5 Plus. Wow, that's a mouthful. The newest version of the G5 Plus is available at Best Buy for $240 to $300. And guys, if y'all saw my G5 review, y'all know that that's a really, really solid device. The only upgrade that you get with the G5S Plus over the regular G5 Plus is you get that 5.5 inch display, which is what the regular one should have had from the beginning. And you get the 2 gigs, 16 gigs, you get the 2 gigs, 32, or you get the 4 gigs, 64, depending on what tier you want to go with. So there's that. And that's a really, really solid device. My brother actually has that device and he loves it. He doesn't want to go for anything else now. If it's not a G5 or a Moto device, he won't mess with it. And that's saying a lot, because he was coming from an LG flagship in the G3, and he loved that device. And the fact that it had a removable battery and he could put on his extended batteries, and he was skeptical when he moved to the G5 Plus. But now he loves it and he can't really think of owning any other device. He actually told me the other day, bro, when they come out with an upgraded version, let me know, because if anything happens to my current device, I'm going back to one of these or I'm getting the upgraded version. So that right there is saying a lot. So there is that as well as the standard G5 and G5 Plus. Those are available for similar prices. Again, you get discounts if you go with the Amazon ads version, and those ads are inintrusive, trust me. But those are available as well. And you know, guys, there's more, but that's pretty much all I wanted to cover. So I just wanted to, because I know we're in the holiday season, and I know some of you guys got some tech heads in your family, much like myself. And so family, shameless gift plug, if you guys want to know anything that I'll accept for Christmas, check out my Instagram page. There's pretty much a device for every budget on there. So if y'all want to hook your boy up for Christmas, pull out something from my Instagram page and I will be a happy man. Trust me. So, that being said, I know everybody else is looking for gift ideas, and I figured why not? A lot of these devices went on sale for the holiday season, and we got a beast of a new budget device that just dropped. That's again the Honor 7X, which is available right now today for you to order right now today for $200. So now you guys have a bunch of budget options to work with. And keep in mind, I tried to keep this list under $300 because you know that's kind of a lot of money to spend for everybody, but it is what it is. Anyways, if you guys and gals enjoyed the video, please help your boy out and give it a thumbs up. That really does help me out. You don't know how much. If you want to see more raw, uncut content like this, please be sure to hit the subscribe button down below and click off the notification bell icon right next to it so you get notified when I post new video. As always, links to all of the devices that I talked about in this video will be down below in the video description. So if this video has piqued your interest and you want to pick any of those devices up, check out the video description. And, as always, guys and gals, if y'all know anyone out there looking for some high quality, affordable devices at some really great prices, please share with them my channel, because I'm doing this for everyone, because we all deserve the best. And yes, I know your boy probably need to get a haircut soon, but it is what it is. Alright everyone, have a great day, and I will catch you guys and gals in the next video. Peace.